Welcome to Advanced Embedded Systems Training. In this session, we will discuss the remaining OM instruction set. The last session, we discussed that data transfer instructions and arithmetic operations, arithmetic instructions, branch instructions. Now, the second one is branch instructions, so which supports branch and branch with link. So for branch instructions, which control transfer from one place to another place. So here we can use branch with condition, that is optional, like branch if it is equal, or if it is greater than, if it is less than, if it is greater than or equals, otherwise if it is not equal. So you can use that conditions also and specify the destination label. Next one is branch with link. So here also same, branch with link, which optionally supported condition field and subroutine label. It is for normal, branch is for normal, and branch with link is for subroutine programs. The 24th bit is link bit. 0 indicates that branch operation, 1 indicates that branch with link operation. We know that the remaining 28 to 31 field that specifies the condition field. Each and every instruction is 32-bit instruction. So in that 32-bit, last digits from 28 to 31 is reserved for condition, and 24th bit is reserved for link bit. The offset for branch instruction is calculated by the assembler. So first, by taking the difference between the branch instruction and the target address minus 8. So this is to allow for the pipelining. And this gives a 26-bit offset, which is right shifted 2 bits. Right shifted 2 bits and stored into the instruction encoding, because we know that each and every instruction is a 4-byte instruction. In that 4-byte instruction, the first digit start with 0, second is +4, and next third one is again +4. So like that 0, 4, 8, C, like that continue addresses. So if you observe that 0, 4, and next one is 8 and 12, last digit 2 digits are not used, because changes is 4. So this always start with 4 bit on third bit onwards only. So that's why that 2 bits are left shifted, right shifted. Okay. And next, so this gives the range of plus or minus 32 megabytes address. Next one is, when executing the instruction, the processor shifts the offset left 2 bits, sign extends into 32 bits and adds it to the program counter. Next, one more point is, execution then continues from the new PC once the pipeline has been refilled. The branch instruction with link instruction, the branch with link instruction implements a subroutine called by writing PC-4 into the link register of the current bank. That is the address of the next instruction following the branch with the link. So to return from the subroutine, simply need to restore PC from the link register. So for example, move PC comma LR. So whatever the previous link address that is occupied in link register, that is copied into program counter, so that it can continue from previous stop instruction. So again, pipeline has to refill before execution continues. So the branch instruction does not affect link register, because there is no default storage in link register. So branch with link only disturbs the link register. And branch instructions supported by OM is, first one is B branch, second one is BL branch with link, And next, BX also supported branch exchange, and BLX also supported branch exchange with a link. And next, third category is load store instructions. We know that ARM supported load and store architecture. So to read data, to write data into memory, so ARM introduces load store architecture. So that is, does not support memory to memory data processing operations. So previously in CISC based computers, CISC based architectures, with the help of move operation, you can copy data from memory to memory or memory to register or register to memory. But here does not support memory to memory data processing operations. So must move data values into register before using them. So in this ARM architecture, so memory to memory copy directly is not supporting. So you need to involve one register to copy that one. The ARM has three sets of instructions which interact with the main memory. So that three sets are, first one is single register transfer, second one multiple register transfer method, and third one is swap. First one is single register transfer. Data types supported or signed and unsigned words, half words, bytes in this single register transfer method. And multiple register transfer method, in this transfer multiple registers between memory and the processor in a single instruction. And last category is swap. So swaps content of a memory location with the contents of a register, because memory is not supported. First one is single transfer instructions. The basic load and store instructions are load and store word or byte instructions is LDR load register, STR store register. So that is, first one is LDR load register from memory, STR store register to memory, and next one is LDRB load register byte from memory location, STR store register byte to the memory location. And next, ARM architecture version 4 also adds support for half words unsigned data. So load and store half word instructions are LD or H load register half word, and store STRH store register half word, and load signed byte or half word load value and sign extended it to 32 bits. So that is LD or SB load a register signed byte, load register signed half word. So that instructions also, signed instructions also support. All of these instructions can be conditionally executed by inserting the appropriate condition code after STR or LDR. We know that ARM architecture supports each and every instruction condition based. So if you require, then you can add condition field. Otherwise, by default, it takes always, it will be executed. Okay. Here, example is LDR, load register EQ indicates that equal, load register equal, if it is equal, then byte. So that is the one more feature of ARM architecture. Load and store word or byte base register. So the memory location to be accessed is help in a base register. So for example here, str r0 comma indirect of r1. So that indicates that store contents of r0. Here always, if you observe here, it is a source register and this one is a destination. So store contents of r0 to location pointed to by the contents of R1 register. So whatever the value available on R0, that is copied into memory location pointed by the content of R1 register. Next one is LDR. LDR. So here LDR, in this case, it is source and this one is destination. In store, first operand is source, second operand is destination. Whereas in load register, first operand is destination register, second operand is source register. So here load R2 with the contents of memory location pointed to by the contents of R1 register. So for example, here first one is str R0 comma indirect of R1. Assume that R0 equal to 0x. 0x 5 indicates that 5 address is fifth memory location. Okay, so after execution of this instruction, so R1 contents is 200H. So 05 is copied into 200H memory location. It is the left side part is called as a store register. Next one, we will complete this second one, load register. So here right side, load register R1 points to the address of 200, address of 05, that is called as 200H. The content available on 200H is 05. That 05 is copied into R2 register. And after execution of this instruction, R2 is copied with 05H, called as 0x5. That is store and load. Left side is example for store and right side is the example explanation for this load register. Load and store word or byte offsets from the base register. So previous case base register, now offsets from the base register. So as well as accessing the actual location contained in base register, this instruction can access a location offset from the base register point. These offsets can be an unsigned 12-bit immediate value or a register optionally shifted by an immediate value. So these are also optional one. These can be either added or subtracted from the base register. So previous case only with the help of base register, we verified the load and store register, but here with the help of offset and base register. So this can be either added or subtracted from the base register. That depends on prefix. If the offset can be applied, the first one is before the transfer is made, pre-indexed addressing. So this, based on this offset, one is pre-indexed addressing and second one is post-indexed addressing. What is pre-indexed addressing? So before the transfer is mode, called as a pre-indexed addressing. So optionally, auto incrementing the base register by post fixing the instruction with an asterisk symbol. We can add that auto incrementing option also. And next one is after the transfer is made, then that is called as a post indexed addressing mode. So that causing the base register to be auto incremented. So we will see the example. So str R0 comma indirect of R1 comma hash 12. Here R1 is nothing but base register and 12 is nothing but offset. Here sum of base plus offset that finalizes the memory location. So here store indicates that store value from memory location pointed by this offset plus base into the register R0. So R0 is destination. And first one R1. Assume that R1 equal to 200. Base register value is 200. and immediate value added is 12. The total is 212, called as a 12 is called as a C, and 200 and C. So 200 C, assume that 200 C already contains 0, 5, called as 0x5. 5H is available on this 200 C. So after execution of this instruction, that 05 is copied into R0. But here, if you observe, the source address is calculated with the help of base plus offset. That is one. Okay. To store to location 1F4, instead use str R0 comma. You can use R1 indirect of R1 comma hash minus 12. So directly you can apply plus, or you can apply minus also. Okay, that is one parameter. So this offset may be the signed or unsigned immediate value. So that is one note point. And second note point is to auto increment base pointer to 200C. Actually here base register is 200 plus offset is added. If you need the total updation, then automatically you can use this instruction. Instead of this str R0 comma indirect of R1 comma hash 12, you can use str R0 comma indirect of R1 comma hash 12. In addition, this hashtag symbol. That hashtag symbol indicates that R1 content is updated. R1 content is updated. For example, R1 content. For example, R1 content is 100 and hash 12 is added, then total R1 equal to 100 plus 12 called as 100 and C is updated. This is one note point. The first note point is you can use minus value also. Second note point is how to update base register content by default. And third one is how to use barrel shifter. Okay, so if third one, if R2 contains 3, comma, access 0x200 and C by multiplying this by 4 is enough. So here, for example, I need 200 and C data. I need a value from 200 and C. So in that cases, we can update this instruction to str R0 comma indirect of R1. R1 is 100. R2, assume that R2 content is 3. Logical shift left by 2 times. 2 times is called as a multiplied by 4. 4 into content of R2. So is 3. 3 into 4, 12. Instead of using immediate value directly, you can use indirectly. Indirect also. So with the help of register contents are shifted by some logical number. Okay, so that is one method. These are the different types of instructions supported in load and store. Next one is post indexed addressing mode. Load and store word or byte post indexed addressing. For example, str R0 comma immediate value R1 comma hash 12H. So in this case, if you observe here, it is pre-indexed addressing mode, because here the bracket is for R1 comma hash 12H. That indicates that total base plus offset both are available within the bracket, so that it is called as a pre-indexed. If you separate this one, R1 under hash immediate 12 separated, then automatically it will comes under post indexed. Here operation is first pre-index addressing mode. We know that pre-index addressing mode, before operation it will be calculated. Here also it will be calculated. After that operation will be performed. But whereas in post-index addressing mode, if you observe here, the bracket is only for R1. So that indicates that the content of memory location pointed by R1 is copied into R0 After completion of this instruction, R1 is updated by plus 12. Okay. Now here, for example, store R0 comma indirect of R1 comma hash 12H. So in this case, originally base register R1 is, assume that R1 is 200. Okay. And next updated base register is 200 plus 12, 200 and C. Updated is 200 and C. So this is not happened before the instruction. The first, the content of R1, the content of R1 is 200H. So whatever the value available on this memory location, here 05 is available, that is copied into R0 register. So here direction changes. So here value is copied into R0. So this is happened. After execution of this instruction, this content of R1 is updated by 12. So this is called as a post-index addressing. Here, to auto increment the base register location 0x1F4, instead use plus 12, we can use minus 12. So that indicates that first node point is it will support minus also. Second one is if R2 contains 3, auto increment base register to 0x200 and C by multiplying this by 4, same as previous one. Here content of R2 is multiplied with 2 power 2 is 4, then automatically that will give 3 into 4. Well, this is one way of multiplication operation, one way of adding offset. This is called as a post-indexed addressing. Next one is third category, block data transfer. The load and store multiple instructions. LDM is supported, STM is supported. Load data from memory called as multiple locations. So this load and store multiple instructions allow between 1 and 16 register, between 1 and 16 registers. You can take any register from R1 to R16 registers called as R0 to R15 registers to be transferred to or from memory location. So instead of taking content into one register, if you required 10 locations contents into some sequence of registers, that will also supported with the help of LDM. The transport registers can be either any subset of the current bank of registers by default or any subset of the user mode bank of registers when in a privileged mode. Base register used to determine where memory access should be occurs. So one is 4 different addressing modes allows increment and decrement inclusive or exclusive of the base register location. Second one is base register can be optionally updated following the transfer by appearing it with an hashtag symbol. And second one, last one is, so lowest register number is always transferred to or from lowest memory locations access. For example, if you use R4, R5, R6, then automatically the first one is R4. R4 is the lowest register, so that always accessed or always transferred to or from lowest memory location access. Next one is, these instructions are very efficient for saving and restoring content, moving large blocks of data around memory. And stacks. A stack is an area of memory which grows as new data is pushed into the top of it and shrinks as data is popped off the top. 2 pointers define the current limits of the stack. One is base pointer, second one is stack pointer. What is base pointer? It's used to point to the bottom of the stack, called as the first location is pointed by base pointer. And what is stack pointer? It is used to point the current top of the stack. Always top of the stack is pointed by the stack pointer. Bottom of the stack is pointed by the base pointer. So stack operation. So traditionally, a stack grows down in memory with the last pushed value at the lowest address. The ARM also supports ascending stack, where the stack structure grows up through memory. And the value of the stack pointer can either points to the last occupied address, called as a full stack, points to the next occupied address, called as a empty stack. One is full stack, second one is empty stack. Next, stack type to be used is given by the prefix to the instruction. For example, STMFD indicates that store multiple full descending stack. LDMFD, FD indicates that full descending stack. Load or store. And there is one more called as a ascending stack. Ascending stack. So with ascending stack again supported full ascending stack, empty ascending stack. Descending stack supported full descending stack, empty descending stack. These are the 4 different types of stacks supported in ARM architecture. By default, ARM compiler will always use a full descending stack. It is the full descending stack. One is full descending stack, full ascending stack, empty descending stack, empty ascending stack. So here are the examples. First one is store multiple full descending. So here SP is updated by default. R0, R1, R3, minus R5. So it is SP is points to the R0 because it is a full descending stack. Old SP, assume that here it is a old SP. After this, R5 is copied higher order. Next 4, 3, 2, not 3 is not there. So, sorry, 2 is not there. R1. So R5 is there. 5, 4, 3 is there. And next R1 is there. R0 is there. And SP is automatically updated by full descending. It is a descending order, one. And second one, full indicates that last occupied address is pointed. Here it is a last occupied address, so that it is pointed. Next one, store multiple ED, empty descending. So here SP is automatically updated. R0, R1, R3 to R5. If it is continuous registers, we can specify like this. So descending, this is a descending. Here it is a descending, so that R5, R4, R3, R1, R0. If it is a full last occupied address is full indicates that last occupied address is pointed. E indicates that empty, next empty address is pointed. So here next empty address. If you observe these 2 instructions, SP, first case SP is points 2 are descending only. One is 2 are descending. Okay. Second one is here SP changes. Here SP points to the last occupied address. Here SP points to the next empty address. If it is last occupied address called as the filled one, then SP points to the filled memory location. So it is called as the FO. Okay, full. Next, here SP points to the empty called as a empty. And next one is STM FA. So this one is descending and these two is ascending. Here also same, full FA indicates that full ascending, full ascending. So assume that it is the old SP. Next, ascending order R0, R1, R3, R4, R5. Here it is a full, so that last field address is R5, so that SP points to the last occupied address called as a R5 content. So that is called as a field ascending. Next, here empty. So here also ascending R0, R1, R3, R4, R5 is there. After that, SP points to the next empty address. So E indicates empty, called as a pointer points to the next empty address. F indicates full, called as a last filled occupied memory location. These are the 4 different types of stacks supported in OM architecture. One is full, second one is empty, full descending, full ascending. So empty descending, empty ascending. These are the 4. So based on these operations, we can explain this stack pointer architecture. But by default, ARM compiler will always follows full descending stack. So full descending, the first one is followed by the ARM compiler. And direction functionality of block data transfer. When LDM or STM are not being used to implement stacks, it is clear to specify exactly what functionality of the instruction is. So that is specify whether to increment or decrement the base pointer before or after memory access. That one also you need to specify. So in order to do this, LDM or STM supports a further syntax in addition to the stack one. So that is STM IA, LDM IA. IA indicates that increment after. STM IB, LDM IB, increment before. This one is DA, decrement after. DB, decrement before. These are the additional support from this load and store architecture. This type of instructions are not supported by the CISC compilers, CISC architectures. Here is the example of block transfer. Copy a block of memory which is an exact multiple of 12 words long from the location pointed to by R12, here R12 to the location pointed to R13. R14 points to the end of the block to be copied. Here, end of the block to be copied. Here, R2 is points to the starting of the source data, R12. R14 points to the ending of the source. R12 is starting, R14 is ending. R13 points to the start of the destination. So here we can copy here. Load IA, R12 hashtag symbol from R0 to R11. So load 48 bytes and store them into check for the end. If it is not happen, then continually loop until that transfer completion. This loop transfer 48 bytes in 31 cycles. That is over 50 megabytes per second at 33 megahertz frequency. And last one is swap and swap byte instructions. Swaps the contents of memory with the contents of a register. Already we discussed that memory to memory swapping is not possible. Memory to memory data transfer is not possible. So that we need one swap operation. So this instruction is an atomic operation. It reads and writes a location in the same bus operation, so that preventing any other instruction from reading or writing to that location until it completes. So in the same bus cycle, it read and writes. So here is the syntax: swap with condition is optional. Here, for example, memory location 32-bit. You can take any 32-bit memory location. 9000 contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 H value. R0 contains all zeros. R1 contains 4 ones, double two. 4 ones, 4 twos. R2 contains 4 zeros, 9 triple zero. These are the values before execution. Swap R0, R1, indirect of R2. What will happen? Here already swap instruction. Here RD first register is RD is replaced with R0. RM is replaced with R1. Rn is replaced with R2. The first value is Rn value. So that Rn is nothing but R2, indirect of R2. So content in memory location 9000 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is loaded into temporary. The first temporary value is occupied with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, indirect of Rn. So indirect of Rn is nothing but 9000 H memory location is copied with Rm. So here Rm is nothing but second R1. Here double 4 ones, 4 twos. So now 4 ones, 4 twos is copied into 9000 H memory location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is replaced and copied here 4 ones, 4 twos. Already we copied this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into one temporary register. After that, RD. So here RD is indirect of R2. Here indirect of R2 is 9000 H memory location. So that is copied with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After execution of this instruction, or not, memory location is occupied with 4 ones, 4 twos, and R0 is occupied with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is swapping operation supported by ARM architecture. So in this example, swap condition branch RD, RM, indirect of Rn. The first step is whatever the value available in this memory location pointed by Rn, that contents is copied into temporary. This is step 1, temporary variable. And next one is Rm content is copied into that memory location pointed by Rn. This is step 2. And third step is temporary value is copied into RD. So this is the swap operation. Step 1, 2, 3. So this swap follows 3 steps. We'll see remaining in next session.